All right, so I just moved. This is a brand new room, and after unpacking and everything, it's been a few days, but finally I have everything unpacked, and now that I'm ready to go and I'm settled in, I'm gonna play some chess. So let's get into it. This is the first chess game I'm playing now in Boston in my new room, so it better be a win. I'm going to start off with the Reti opening. This opening is pretty good if you want to play just kind of like strategic, not super tactical openings, because when you put your bishop on g2 as white, a lot of times you get a lot of good defense. So even if black starts attacking the bishop on g2, it's not only a good offensive piece on the long diagonal, it also serves to protect your king. So my opponent chooses to play e6. I'm just going to continue with my plan. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to not attack the center right now. I'm going to kind of let him have it. I'm going to put my pieces in a position where I can attack. I'm going to play h4. The rook on e1 will help me play e4 when I'm ready to attack the center. So now I'm either playing knight f1, e4, h4, c3 is also moved. There's a million moves you can do here, but I'm going to attack a little bit. He could play e5. I'm just going to continue to position my pieces. So knight f1. Let's see, and then the idea is h4, knight h2, g4, g5, and then he'll probably play on the queen side while I'm playing on the king side, but I always like those kinds of positions because while he's playing on the queen side, yeah, he might be able to win material, but he'll get checkmated. So that's the main idea with this opening. There's less aggressive variations you can play where you push c4 and try to control the center a little bit more, but then you're usually not like attacking as much because you're wasting tempo, like, you know, fighting for these central squares instead of pushing h4. And my opponent's thinking a while here, which means he probably doesn't know the theory because this is all still theory. I also have to, another big question I have to deal with is where to put my dark square bishop. I usually want to just, this dark square bishop could be a good attacking piece at some point, so I don't hate it on this diagonal. I'm thinking maybe c3. Okay, so he's putting his light square bishop to contest mine. I kind of want to play e4, but then if takes, I don't want to trade queens. Also, I'd be losing it. Well, I wouldn't. Takes. Would he actually trade queens? I really want to play e5. You know what I should have done? I should have pushed e4 when I should have kept my knight on d2. Oh, that's all right. Because I wanted to attack, obviously, so I didn't want to start pushing e4 too soon, but it's also a good idea to have your pawn on e5 if you can get it there. So I'm just going to go super aggressive. Just continue with this plan. Push g4. By putting his rook on c8, he's trying to maybe open up this file. I can always push, though, so I'm just going to keep going. The question is, he could play a lot of things. There's a lot of good moves here. E5, D4. Alright, that doesn't do a lot for him, I don't think. I can just push still. And now I really want to play E4 while his knight is blocking his queen. Because before his queen was staring down and he was going to be able to trade queens. But now that he's blocked his queen, he's more vulnerable to this attack in the center when his queen isn't supporting his d pawn. Okay. This might allow me to play f4 and attack a knight with tempo. Could also play bishop f4. I think bishop f4 makes sense. He's getting pretty scared of this attack, you can tell, because he's just kind of trying to trade pieces and move them away. So, okay. Interesting move. Queen d2 looks good. I don't think there's any reason to take his knight and give him a strong pawn center, so I'm just going to move up. And I also now have to start playing a little bit quickly. But okay, so now I can swing my other rook to d1, put more pressure on this central file, and then maybe play e4 at some point. It takes. Let's see. He wants to play there. So now maybe I can take on f6. I think I will. And that should kind of disrupt his pawn center, because unless he wants to take with the g pawn, which seems very exposing to his king. Yeah. Alright, so he has a strong center. We kind of let him have that. But we have a lot of attacking here. I'm going to play probably knight g5 here, especially if he forces me and plays e4. Okay. Let's see. I think e4 makes sense now. He could push, which is kind of annoying. If he pushes, though, maybe that's good for me because it closes the center and I can focus more on his king. He really should push here. This is a hard decision to make. Now I want to... If he pushes, though, then it kind of kills my light square bishop. But what I can do is put it on h3, attacking his knight, and then reposition it to somewhere that's more offensive. And then I could maneuver my knight from g5 to e6 once my bishop is here. And when my bishop is on h3, this is all assuming he pushes. Oh, he doesn't. He didn't push. Okay. I might... Okay, well... Now his pawn's under fire. Because he's leaving this file open. There's an uncovered attack. Okay, okay. I kind of missed this a little bit. I have to play here now, right? That's fine. I misplayed this a little bit. It's okay. So now he gets to take on h4. Rook e1 makes... let's not drop the rook. Just want to put pressure on this pawn. He's up a pawn here, but I can win it back. This isolated pawn's not very strong. I misplayed that. I missed that. I missed that knight move by him. I didn't see that was actually winning a pawn, which is a bad oversight for me. But this position is probably equal, if I had to guess. I wouldn't say he's particularly better. Certainly now I just have to try to flag him. Stop him from pushing that pawn. Get my king safer. Ooh. Shouldn't do that. Okay, well let's not time out. This is crunch time now. He's just going to try to flag me, so let's not give him any dumb checks or anything. And I should try to checkmate him too. His pawn's under fire. Take that. Mate. Alright. Blundered a little bit there in short time. Before that I was positionally kind of improving. I'll look over it with Stockfish, but I'll, let's see what the analysis says. I think I was maybe up a point strategically in my position. It's hard to say, but I think I was just on the offensive. I had my pieces better. I blundered that pawn when it got down to short time. Alright. So I'll just be paying attention to this bar on the left side. This is all standard. Alright, this is all opening theory. Equal. Computer does not dislike knight f1, which is good. h4. Okay, it's still equal. All these moves are fine. It's giving black a slight edge here, so I guess it didn't love bishop there. Maybe I should have taken and played f4. But still pretty much equal. Yeah, e5 was a good move. I didn't think it was good because I could take on f6. And I knew he couldn't really take back with a g-pawn and keep that strong center. And then I thought all of his pawns were targets, like here. Here it says black has a slight advantage, though. Okay, e4 was a fine move. Well, maybe very slightly inaccurate. That's surprising to me. It's saying black is up almost 0.7. I guess because of the strong center. Takes. Rook takes. Rook takes is fine. But basically, although I thought I was kind of slowly outplaying him, it seems like he was kind of slowly outplaying me. So I think I maybe should have just played less in the center and attacked his king more, because this gave him a good amount. This is all forced. Again, nothing too crazy, no huge mistakes, but black is up like half a point here. This is all fine. Okay. That rook move wasn't the best, but I have 25 seconds at this point. I think f3 was the right move to stop him from pushing. And then he blunders, obviously. Alright, so up until that point, I think my main takeaway is I should have realized that his strong center was a little bit more threatening than it was. I really didn't misplay too much. I mean, at most he had about a 0.8 advantage strategically. So I left my theory pretty early. He got like a very slight positional advantage. But yeah, I think I should have just kept to... I had my pawn on g5. I could have kind of ignored it a little bit more in the middle instead of pushing e4. It was kind of like a snowball of slightly inaccurate moves that gave him that advantage before he blundered his queen. Yeah, alright, pretty good game.